Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel as well by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. EU releases another shocking report against Peter Obi. Atiku, days after releasing report against Tinubu. The People's Democratic Party's Atiku Abubakar, the Labour Party's Peter Obi, and the New Nigerian People's Party's Rabiu Kwakwaso, and the All Progressive Congress Bola Tinubu were listed by the European Union as the four front runners for the presidency in the 2023 election. Was suspicious social media followers used to create a false impression of support. According to the EU's final report, Election Observation Mission Nigeria 2023, Mr. Kwakwaso had 80% questionable followers. Mr. Atiku had 60% suspicious followers, and Mr. Obi had 23% suspect followers on Twitter, with 22% of them. Mr. Tinubu had the lowest percentage. Over the course of 3 months, January to March, there was a steady rise in the number of supporters of important presidential contenders. The final EU observers' report on Nigeria's 2023 presidential election noted that all four candidates saw a significant rise in supporters during the week leading up to the election. The statement said, and I quote, "It should be noted that a relatively large number of these new followers are suspicious accounts used to create a false impression of support." The EU provided an explanation of the sample size and methods used to reach its decision, stating that the sample, consisting of 3,000 Twitter followers for each of the four main presidential contenders, was validated manually and also using the botometer and both Sentinel tools. The EU EOM discovers that suspicious accounts accounted for 80% of a sample of 3,000 new Kwakwaso supporters, 60% of a sample of 3,000 Atiku supporters, 29% of a sample of 3,000 Obi supporters, and 22% of a sample of 3,000 Tinubu supporters. The EU claims that accounts could not be immediately recognized as suspicious because they had unique looking profile names or used a piece of an online image that was not immediately recognized as having been used before. Using Google's reverse image search, however, the paper made the observation that further research found problematic elements such as anonymity or significant participation and endorsement of specific individuals, topics, and hashtags. Nigerian politicians recently used social media for large scale campaigns and youth mobilization. The EU assessment refuted assertions that the general elections in 2023 were free, fair, and credible. It also berated the Nigerian police for attacking journalists while ignoring political thugs who disrupted the process, and lamented the fact that 74 people were killed during the election. I think we can all agree that, this last election has, never been seen before in Nigeria, where, was social media, motivated to some extent. Like the report says from the EU, leading up to the election day, there was a rise in, supporters of these individual presidential candidates online. In fact, it was as if you were not popular online, if you do not have as much supporters online, it was like you were going to lose. You are going to lose the election. That was how it was. At the time, I'm surprised that Peter Obi did not even have the highest percentage of supporters online. I'm shocked that Kwakwaso has, huge number of supporters online, because you would think that it is Peter Obi, because his followers were presumably the most vocal online, during the campaign process. And, even some people called him, social media presidential candidate, that he was only popular on social media, and that, social media cannot win him an election. I'm surprised that it is Kwakwaso. Kwakwaso that, is this European Union? Are you people sure that this your report is even correct? Because I'm surprised that, according to them, the presidential candidate who had the highest, number of supporters, according to their reports or their statistics, is Kwakwaso, and Tinubu is like the last person. Kwakwaso followed by Atiku, and then Peter Obi in third position. And to also point out that people went to the extent of creating both accounts just to, comment, just to tweet, just to leave posts online to make it seem as if, this particular candidate is the most popular. Wow. These days everything is now on social media. It's like, if you are not relevant on social media, you can not be relevant elsewhere. You guys, let me know what you think about this. Leave your opinions in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.